Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken, literally the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well, so there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
It's exciting Elizabethton Lady Cyclone District Tournament Championship Basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join me tonight from Sullivan East High School as the Lady Cyclones play for the District Tournament Championship against the Daniel Boone Lady Trailblazers. Airtime at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30, audio only. The Lady Cyclones and the Lady Trailblazers for the District Tournament Championship. It all starts at 7:15 tonight here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. Go Elizabethton Lady Cyclone Basketball. And we say good afternoon to you. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Had a little bit of a glitch, a little technical glitch. It happens, and so we de-glitched it. We fixed it, and here we are. So, unfortunately, Whitney Blevins was here and did an interview, and we never got on the air with it. So, we had a little, anyway, we had a glitch, and we fixed it. So, she'll be back, I hope, tomorrow. Tell you about the car loan they've got going on at NCCU and all the good things we talked about. It was a good segment, but it's okay. So we're here live, ready to go. Show number 2452. We're live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Got some snow flying around out here. It's cold, but again, with the weekend's going to be in the 50s and 60s. So we're on the backside of winter, on the backside of this whatever. So it's flying around here. We could be in New York City where they had 2.5 feet of snow and they shut down the city. Can you imagine New York City being shut down? They said nobody moving. How do you take the biggest city in the country, one of the biggest cities in the world, certainly the biggest in America, and say you're at a standstill? So whatever we got, we ain't got much compared to that. We're going to be okay. So we are okay. Anyway, we're here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Good crowd in here as always. It's lunchtime. We apologize for the glitch, but we're here. Hello, Patsy. How you doing? We got basketball tonight. You saw 7:15 airtime. 7:30 tip-off from Sullivan East. Lady Cyclones and the Lady Trailblazers for the District Tournament Championship. Lucas Andrews, the coach of the Lady Cyclones, will be playing in his 6th District Championship in 8 years. He's 4-1. Pretty cool. The opponent, outstanding, of course. Daniel Boone, state-ranked team, the 3rd in the state. They can play. They've beaten Elizabethton twice. Can you beat a team 3 times? We'll see. So, but it'll be 0-0 when they start the ball game. That's all I can tell you. We'll be there to bring it to you audio only from East High School. So big thanks to Kim Carey, by the way, athletic director up there. She's been just very, very good to work with, and so we appreciate her very, very much. Let's run down who's playing where. So there's Josh Meisner in the house. How you doing, sir? He's a good one. 4A basketball, here we go. Championship tonight, Science Hill, Morristown West, the Consolation, Westridge, and Dobbins Minutes girls. It's girls' night tonight. In 3A, of course, our games, you have the Consolation game would be the Crockett Pioneers and the Tennessee High Lady Vikings will go tonight in the Consolation Championship. Us and Daniel Boone, us being Elizabethton. In 3A tonight, that's us. In 2A, Unicoi County and South Green in the championship. Consolation, Johnson County, the Lady Longhorns and Chucky Doak. In single A, Unaka and North Green will play for the district tournament championship, and Cloudland and Hampton will play for the tell Nemo we want an interview. I don't think he's with the folks that will do an interview, I don't think. And Cloudland and Hampton will play for the Consolation tonight in the girls basketball. So anyway, we had a little glitch. Technical glitch. We figured it out, which I'm kind of proud of myself. I didn't have to call Carrie. Normally I had to call her and have her bail me out, but I've done this. It's my 11th year, and so we figured it out. We fought through it, and we got it. We fixed it. So how about the Americans, the hockey teams bringing home the gold? It's awesome. They concluded everything yesterday with the Olympics, and so it looked like, for all intents and purposes, the United States did very well. I think they finished 2nd in the medal count. which is really cool, given the fact that we're not primarily a winter country, much like the Scandinavian countries like Norway and Finland and others. So we did very, very well, and the gold came home with the hockey, which is really cool. So National Hockey League gets back in action, I think, Thursday night. And so Major League Baseball spring training continues. Evan Carter doing very well for the Texas Rangers in the preseason spring training for the Texas Rangers, which is awesome. He's one of us. And so he is the starting center fielder. They got him batting leadoff right now for the Rangers, or have the first couple of games. And so that's good. And so we salute Evan Carter doing very well. Now, we talked about this, except you just didn't hear it. Kentucky dropped its third consecutive game. Pope said the coach said he got cheated. Went out on the air, which is probably not good. So if they try to find me, then I'm not going to read what he said, but it was peppered with things I'm not going to say, at least on this broadcast. And so Pope could be heard on a hot mic laying into the officials saying we got cheated. They cheated us. All right, so 14 seconds to play. Watched it. Went back and watched it about 5 or 6 times. They missed the call, I think. I was an official for 1 year. So does that make me an expert? Of course not. But I was out there up and down the floor wearing stripes for 1 year. Got out of broadcasting for a year and thought I'll try it, and so got back into broadcasting. 14 seconds to play. Wildcats inbound from underneath their own basket. Whistle blew the play dead. Officials called Colin Chandler for an offensive foul when he shoved Kevin Overton to the floor to get separated. Well, if you go back and watch it, Chandler clearly extended both arms, but Pope was bewildered by the call. Now, there was contact. Overton wrapped one of his arms around Chandler's back. Okay, so you and I are lining up for an inbounds play. You got your arm around my back. It's personal space. It's got to be something. So Chandler tried to push him away and get away from him. They called a foul on Chandler, which changed the dynamics of the ball game, of course. And so Pope goes off and says they cheated him. So, I don't know. It's a disappointing season for Kentucky. The Wildcats dropped to 17-10. And so their seeding for the NCAA tournament keeps dropping, too. But, the SEC tournament's coming up. So it could change everything. And so anyway, Pope was not happy. Gary Rowe won't be here today. He said he's in sick bay. I checked on him. He said he's got the crud, so he would come in and talk about SEC and Kentucky. But I can pretty well speak for him by simply saying that he's not a fan, and the Kentucky fan base is really restless towards Pope. This didn't help things, but, again, I got to go with the coach. I think it was a poor call. I think they missed it. If I'm lining up for an inbounds play, you got your arm wrapped around me, and he does, because I went back and watched it 3 or 4 times, and that's the correct description of what happened. So my team's trying to throw the ball into me, and I can't get to the ball because you got your arm around me, so I get freed up from you. And so by doing that, I extend my arms to get you away from me so I can go get the ball, and they call a foul on me. So cheating, I don't think that's a little strong. Missed the call? Absolutely. Thought they did. So, anyway, top 25 yesterday. 15th ranked Michigan State, 6-point win over Ohio State. 24th ranked Wisconsin, 13-point win over Iowa. Tonight, you've got 2 top 25 games. The polls come out later on today. But the polls right now, as they are, the numbers. Number 16, North Carolina, the Tar Heels at home against number 21, Louisville tonight. And then the big one at number 2, Houston at 9 o'clock tonight. Number 2, Houston will be at number 8, Kansas tonight. And that is your top 25 college basketball for today. Tennessee on the road tomorrow at Missouri. Lady Vols losing again yesterday. They got problems. I don't want to say it because I'm a big fan of Kim Caldwell, but they got problems. They left Barker at home for disciplinary reasons, so she didn't make the trip. They got beat by 7? 193, I believe, is the final score. And so you got to feel like Barker's presence on the floor gets you 7 points. So I say, and again, it's all speculation, she's there, they win that game. She wasn't there. It doesn't get any easier. Lady Vols travel to LSU on Thursday. The men go tomorrow night to Missouri. And the SECs are winding down the regular season. So, anyway, that's what's going on. So, Lady Vols got problems, obviously. I don't know what it is. I'm not down there. I'm not going to begin to speculate sitting at Chick-fil-A and Elizabethton. But proof's in the pudding. So, you had players earlier in the season come in late for warm-ups. I don't know whether it's hers or the players. Maybe a combination. So, she has thrown their team under the bus at times. I'm not sure how effective that is. You know, I watch Rick Barnes and his team plays poorly. He kind of finds something positive to talk about. And, you know, she's almost in her comments have detached herself from the team. Like, they did this and they did that. And I'm thinking, okay, at the end of the day, you're the head coach. So whatever they do or don't do, it's on your watch. And so we'll see. Maybe she needs to clean house. I don't know. I don't know whether they got head cases, divas, whatever, however you want to describe them down there. I don't know. I'm not there. But I'm just watching from afar. And from what I see from afar is they got problems in the Lady Vol camp. So they've got LSU, they got Vanderbilt, then they get into the tournament. So, and what is unfair to her and anybody else has to follow anybody. So to say, you know, it's unfair. Pat Summitt would have never done that. You don't know that. I mean, things have changed in the world of college sports since Pat Summitt was alive, clearly. So what she would or wouldn't do is not really fair to Kim Caldwell. What you have to analyze and assess what's going on right now in the Lady Vol camp, not what Pat would have done or Holly Worley would have done or Kelly Harper would have done. That's totally unfair. I mean, you got to judge her for what she's doing right now as you would any coach. So, you know, Adolph Rupp wouldn't do what Mark Pope's doing in Kentucky. You can't, or Patino wouldn't have done. I mean, that's nuts. You can't do that. So what you can do is be ready for a basketball game tonight, 7:15 audio only. Lady Cyclones and the Lady Trailblazers for the district tournament championship at Sullivan East. We're going there at 7:15. Again, Lucas Andrews in his 6th district tournament championship in his 8th season. It's a pretty good track record. Lucas Honeycutt on the boys' side will be in the regional. Both teams qualify for the regional. Honeycutt's teams will be qualifying for the 13th out of 14 years to the regional. We'll be at home on Friday night, the Lady Cyclones, and the gentlemen will be at home on Saturday for a doubleheader of action on Friday and Saturday night. So you need to come out and support, if you're an Elizabethton fan, the Lady Cyclones. Milligan basketball. Lady Buffs yesterday wore out Tennessee Wesleyan, beat them by 30-37. And so they'll be the number 1 seed going into the tournament on Thursday at Meadowview in Kingsport. We're going to stream that for you, audio only. They'll play at 12 o'clock as the number 1 seed in the tournament. They won the regular season championship. Kylie Greer's been the head coach at Milligan for 5 years. She's the district champion now, or the conference champion, 2 years in a row. Can't beat that. And so she will take those Lady Buffs and be ready to go at noon on Thursday. We'll go on air the broadcast 11:45 from Meadowview, audio only. So we're excited about that. But tonight it's the Lady Cyclones and the Lady Trailblazers. Again, that one getting going, as we said, at Sullivan East. Single A tonight, Unique and North Green to the championship. Cloudland and the Hampton Lady Bulldogs for consolation. That'll be at Happy Valley. At Westridge High School in the 2A, Unicoi County and South Green play for the championship. For third place, Johnson County and Chucky Doak. In 3A, of course, our games, it would be the consolation Crockett's Lady Pioneers and Tennessee I. Not even the same team without Addie Wilhoit. I mean, look, without her and Addie Moore, it's not even the same basketball team, which you hate because you at this point of the season you want all your guns a-blazing, and Wilhoit's out. She's done with an injury. She's getting ready for softball. And you have Addie Moore was out with a concussion protocol, I believe is what I was told. So anyway, they're out, and they'll take on Crockett tonight for third place. Our game again, Cyclones and Boone for the championship. Then in 4A, you have Westridge and Dobbins Bennett playing for third place, and the championship is Science Hill and Morristown East. Now, we're paying attention down in District 2. Their championship tonight is Cherokee's Lady Chiefs in Greenville, and the consolation is Granger and Volunteers. So Elizabethton will play either Granger or Volunteer on Friday night, again at John Treadway Gymnasium. So there you go. All right, quick break. She's here. Leslie's in the house. Also take a look at some NASCAR. I'm told Lisa Bakers is getting Nemo on for an interview. Is she not a piece of work? She's a piece of work. Oh, yeah. We call her the movie star. You remember Gilligan's Island, the movie star? Oh, yeah. She's a movie star. What was her name on the show? Ginger. Oh, yeah. It's Ginger Baker, movie star. We'll be right back after this on the Tom Dillon Sports.
Hey there, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethton Church of Christ, wishing you a very happy new year and a wildly successful 2026. I'd like to invite you to come and get to know our family here at Elizabethton as we are seeking to be more like our Lord every day. We're no perfect people, but we're a people that love the Lord and love you. We'd love to get to know you. If you'd like to join us, our times are at 10 and 11 a.m. on Sunday, 6:30 p.m., and then again Wednesday evening at 7. You can find us on Facebook or at elizabethandcoc.org.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing, and follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us again. Lucas Andrews playing in his 6th district tournament championship in 8 years tonight. That's a pretty good track record. He's 4-1, and so we'll see how that goes tonight against a very, very, very good Daniel Boone team. They're third in the state for a reason. They can play. Stayed up here tonight watching them play. Of course, they played Crockett, and it was a lopsided game. Crockett, Daniel Boone's a powerhouse, so they're powerhouse against everybody. So knock on Crockett. But Flores, the thing with Boone's team, you got so many weapons. You key on one, then if you key on her, you got to lay a story. Then you got to worry about her. And you got Kestner. They're very good. It's a good ball club. It'll be fun to call tonight, audio only. We'll do that beginning at 7:15 from East High School. It is on. Somebody's texted me already, says it's going to be on because of the weather. Well, there ain't no weather here. It's the snow's swirling around. There's no snow on the ground. It's just cold, but it's going to be in the 60s. Spring is right around the corner. It's going to be back in the 50s and 60s by the weekend. Yeah, it's cold today and tonight, but this we're in the tail end of February, so each day, spring's coming on the 20th of March on the calendar, so just ride with me. And for whatever we got going on today, we ain't in New York City where it's 2.5 feet of snow, and I read where they shut the whole city. They said no travel. I don't know how you tell the largest city in America not to travel, but that's how bad the snow is up there. So, anyway, we had a technical glitch earlier in the show, and we missed it. You missed a great interview by Whitney Blevins. She was really good. So, hopefully she'll come back tomorrow at Pizza Inn and redo what we did. Talk about that car loan they got at NCCU. You need a car?
No.
Okay.
We need a loan for the house.
Perfect place to go to, NCCU. But she has a great car loan. Hopefully she'll come back tomorrow. We apologize. It was a glitch that we're sitting here and the thing went blank. And I said, that's probably not good. It's never done that before. So I just went on with it, thought it was okay, and I double-checked, which is what I should do every time, and I did. Thought, son of a gun, we're not on, but we are now. Because, by matter of fact, Whitney's watching. She did a great job. And hello, Reba Whitehead. Hello to Patsy Lyons and Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. What's going on, lady?
Well, we've got Liberty coming up, and we're getting ready to fill out paperwork Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll start next week, Tuesday and Thursday nights rehearsing. We do Zoom on, and also on the 24th, February 24th, 6:30 at the park. If you still want to be in Liberty, you can come and audition that night and do your paperwork and get your script.
There you go.
There you go. Covers 4 major events that happen around 250 years ago. So this is a wonderful year for it. We're going to do it big this year. Do it big. Here's some pictures. You don't have to show them all, but
it's the official outdoor drama by the way, with the state of Tennessee. Here's a couple. I'm going to show you
from
some
past
shots.
years.
There's a cast of past years. We'll go through these quick.
Randy's in there somewhere.
Well, we want
Me
to stop,
too.
make sure he gets. Oh, there you are,
Yeah,
and that's
there's
you.
Me. That's me.
There you go. Let's get you up there. She's the one's got her hand on her chest, and she's doing something. I'm not sure what it is, but there you go.
I am flabbergasted.
I'm sure.
Because they're doing
If you're like me,
laundry
you stay
in a big
flabbergasted.
pot.
Here's some more. It's
That's the whole
some
a
of the
bunch
crew.
of the cast, yeah.
Cool thing
Bobby
about
Cake.
this is, folks, it actually happens where, I mean, they're redoing it where it actually happened.
Yes.
It's not like it's up on some hillside where, I mean, you're walking on the grounds where this really,
Yeah.
in real life, took place. So, appreciate her bringing these pictures, and we'll run through these real, but this gives you an
You can
idea
do
of the
it fast,
cast.
yeah.
How many folks are going to be in the cast this year?
We have right around 100.
Yeah, 100
so,
folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big cast.
Mhm. Here, look at one.
And they're
There's
paid positions.
a crowd shot, one of the crowd shots, one side of the bleachers. So, here's some more of the, is that you?
It's me.
That's what I
Yep.
thought. Yeah.
I'm disgusted again. I'm playing the same. Elizabeth Carter, John Carter's wife.
Yeah.
There's Randy. He played Henderson that
There's
year.
Randy. Look at that.
Richard Henderson.
Look at that. I
Did
love
a good
it.
job.
Yeah.
And then he played that year. He played Stewart.
He signed something, so
He was the Indian. What do they call it? The guy that went in between the British and the Indian, whatever agent, Indian agent.
there you go.
Stewart was.
So, for folks who have no clue what we're talking about, because we have a lot of out-of-town folks watching, this particular event really is very pivotal in the history of our country. So, give them a quick 30-second
Okay.
Reader's Digest version of what we're talking about here at
It's
Liberty.
Tennessee's official outdoor drama.
Right.
So there's no other drama that I know of in Tennessee. Some around close, but not in Tennessee. And we cover 4 major events that happened right here on the property we're doing it on. Well, Transylvania Purchase, which was the hugest land deal that ever happened in the United States history to this date. Even 20 million acres we purchased from the Cherokee, and that included almost all of Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. Then the Watauga Purchase 2 days later, which was all of East Tennessee. So that, we covered the huge attack by the Cherokee on the Fort Watauga. We covered the founding of the area and them writing and setting up their own government and articles to govern themselves by. That predated the Declaration of Independence by at least a year, a little more maybe. And then we cover Kings Mountain, where the Over Mountain men went to Kings Mountain. They mustered right where the Revolutionary War.
And they do this for the 4 weekends in June here.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if those of you who don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know, you're in America, but this is our 250th birthday of the country. And so
230th for Tennessee.
230 for Tennessee?
Yep.
So there you go, our 230th birthday for the volunteer state, so it's going to be even a bigger deal than normal. And so that's why we bring her in and let her promote this every week, because it's here. We're still gathering the cast members. We pretty well got them all nailed down, right?
Pretty well.
Pretty
yeah,
well, yeah.
but they still need people, so there.
How about that? Just to stand around and look pretty in a period
Yep.
costume and get paid for it. You can't beat that.
Uh-uh.
All right, so we got a couple
This
of books
is
you want to showcase.
exciting. This is, you remember Jennifer Bauer
I
used
do.
to be park manager till about 2 years ago. Jennifer has written a new book. That's where I'm at in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Sycamore Shoals of the Watauga, and it is all about Sycamore Shoals. Once the Wataugans went out of print, there wasn't much left, and she had already committed herself to doing all the research and writing a book. Took her 2 years, but there it is. And I started reading it. I'm on chapter 3. It is great. I have never read such a good book. So informative, so good. If you're a historian or you want to know about history here in the area, that's the book to get. They've got it at Sycamore Shoals.
We need to get her on the show. You need
I
to
can.
reach.
We could do that.
Give me her contact. I want to call her and see if we can let her come in and promote the show.
She
promote
has
the book.
book signing at Sycamore Shoals on March 21st. So.
Well, we need to get her in, and we also need to
Yeah.
get our buddy in for the plant sale. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And if
That's
you're
coming up, isn't it?
Yes.
Plant sale?
April. And if you're interested in the Cherokee side of it, this is a great book. It's out of print, so you have to find copies. But it's Wild Rose of Cherokee at Nancy Ward. And it is the story as given to a man in 1895 from her granddaughter. So this is the real Nancy Ward story right here.
The real deal.
The real deal.
All right.
Yep. Wild Rose of the Cherokee. Nancy Ward, the Pocahontas of the West.
Yep. The Pocahontas of the West. I love it. Nancy Ward. So we're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Tom Taylor Sports Show number 2452. We're talking to Elizabeth Broccoli she's in here on behalf of Sycamore Shoals. So the gift shop's still open.
Mm-hmm.
Still selling the walking sticks. Still selling the pens. Still selling the books. Got DVDs up there. We got just a smattering of good things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, toys, the whole thing at the gift shop. But she's here pushing Sycamore Shoals Liberty and the book by Jennifer Bowers, Sycamore Shoals
Of the Watauga.
of the Watauga. That's very, very good. And by the way, the price point on it is $24.99.
Plus tax, and you got your book. If
Got
you
your
buy
book.
it on Amazon, I got this one on Amazon before the official copies came out. It's a little teeny bit more. So
It's all right. $24.99 is what we want to sell it for.
it's good.
There you go. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Next week is Randy. Randy's coming next week, talk baseball. So
All right.
tell Hub, he's sitting over there.
Yeah,
that
he is.
his homework assignment, he needs to be ready for baseball next week. We're getting closer to the start of Major League season. So we'll want to hear about his Yankees.
I heard Evan Carter's doing pretty good.
He's
too.
doing really good, yes.
Yeah.
Doing great. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Leslie Broccoli, thank you, dear, for coming.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Talk a little NASCAR next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Hey there, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethton Church of Christ, wishing you a very happy new year and a wildly successful 2026. I'd like to invite you to come and get to know our family here at Elizabethton as we are seeking to be more like our Lord every day. We're no perfect people, but we're a people that love the Lord and love you. We'd love to get to know you. If you'd like to join us, our times are at 10 and 11 a.m. on Sunday, 6:30 p.m., and then again Wednesday evening at 7. You can find us on Facebook or at elizabethtoncoc.org.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. It's exciting Elizabethton Lady Cyclone District Tournament Championship Basketball. Hi, this is Tom Taylor, inviting you to join me tonight from Sullivan East High School as the Lady Cyclones play for the District Tournament Championship against the Daniel Boone Lady Trailblazers. Airtime at 7:15, tip-off at 7:30, audio only. The Lady Cyclones shop here at the Eagle Center for the spring and summer.
Hallelujah for spring and summer, right?
Right.
So we have a lot of things for your home to add to your decor, both indoor and outdoor. Pictures, pillows, mirrors. We have furniture. We have all kinds of Easter decor, all kinds of gifts for Mother's Day coming up after that. So it's a wonderful place to shop. I have 48 vendors, and they keep things moving, keep things fresh, bring things in all the time. We have old things, new things, all things in between.
Where do we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook under Eagle Center Co-op and on Instagram, Eagle Center Antiques.
Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday,
Things tell a story.
when people no longer can.
Our great sponsor, come downtown in Elizabethton and shop. Think spring and summer at the Eagle Center. Be loyal, buy local, and buy at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports, the Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton.
Thank
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. It's cold outside. Be a good day to get a big old bowl of chicken noodle soup or chicken tortilla soup or the mac and cheese or anything up there, including the frosted floats. They've got those right there in the corner. You got your sodas and floats used with any soft drink on the premises. Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, root beer, Dr. Pepper, that's the biggie. The Dr. Pepper floats are the biggie right now as far as popularity. So, pretty cool stuff. Second week in a row, Tyler Reddick wins the NASCAR race. Tyler Reddick in the Pinnacle Toyota wins it at Atlanta for his second, as we said, second consecutive victory for Tyler Reddick. Let's run down the top 10 as they move on out of the Circuit of the Americas in Texas this weekend. Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, Carson Hocevar, and Daniel Suarez, your top 5. Shane Van Gisbergen, 6th. Zane Smith, 7th. Bubba Wallace, 8th. 9th is Ryan Preece. Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 10. For the race yesterday, there was 10 cautions for 67 laps at 57 lead changes among 14 drivers. So a lot of folks in the action trying to win it yesterday. Is won by Tyler Reddick for the second consecutive week. Comes off the win of the Daytona 500, so he is locked in for sure now. And so 2 races in, we go to the Circuit of the Americas. We said Circuit of the Americas this weekend. Kyle Busch, by the way, won the truck race in Atlanta, and Sheldon Creed won the truck race, was won by Kyle Busch, and Sheldon Creed won the O'Reilly Auto Parts circuit race over the weekend too. So for the NASCAR boys, it goes like this. Here's your 16 drivers that would stop today to be in the playoffs. And again, this is even goofy to do this. It's 2 races into 26 on the season. Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Carson Hocevar, and Zane Smith are your top 5 in points. Then comes Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Noah Gragson, William Byron, Ryan Preece, Chase Briscoe, and Shane Van Gisbergen. You don't hear Kyle Busch's name, he's not there. So nor is Michael McDowell. He's on the outside looking in, as is A.J. Allmendinger and John Hunter Nemechek. But again, Busch is not in the hunt right now for the points. He's not in the top 16, so he would not be in the playoffs if it ended today, and it won't. It's race 2 out of 26. Long way to go down through there. But anyway, I want to just give you an idea. That's where they are for the NASCAR Cup Series. Again, Tyler Reddick winning back-to-back the Daytona 500. Now this past weekend at Atlanta Motor Speedway, they go to Circuit of the Americas at Texas for this next round. And, of course, it's a road course. And a lot of folks, including myself, don't really give 2 hoots about the road course, but it's part of it. And they don't ask me, so there you go. All right, so you look at top 25 college basketball tonight. 16th ranked North Carolina hosting 21st ranked Louisville. Polls will be out today. There'll be some changes and a lot of upsets over the weekend, including the number 1 team in the country went down. And so there'll be changes at the top, no question. Number 2, Houston for now is at number 8, Kansas. The new polls are out later on this afternoon. And so those are games tonight. Tar Heels hosting Louisville in Chapel Hill, and Houston will go to Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse in Kansas. So those are 2 biggies. Tennessee tomorrow night goes to Missouri. Lady Vols will go to LSU on Thursday. And again, as I said earlier in the show, there are problems in the Lady Vol camp. I don't know how to fix it. I'm not sure what it is. I'm up here in East Tennessee. Don't pretend to know what it is, but there are problems for sure. So left a young lady back. One of her key players, Barker, didn't make the trip to Oklahoma for disciplinary reasons. So there you go. Had to kick one off the team earlier in the year. Not that long ago, you had players late for warm-ups. Well, I mean, what else? I mean, it's game day. What else would you be doing? You should be there for warm-ups. Why would you be late for warm-ups? To make sense. But anyway, that's what's going on. So they have Go Duke. Yep, the Dukies did it over the weekend, so had a big win, to say the least. They will go up in the polls. I would think they'll be number one, be my guess. They should be. So Houston got beat, so I would think that the Dukies will be the number one team in the land when the polls come out. See if they're out. I don't think they are. They come out usually at 3 o'clock, between 2 and 3. Let's see, by chance, if they're out. So, boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. Nope, not out yet. Gino, UConn coach, makes the record 655th AP top 25 appearance. That's pretty incredible. Lindsey Vaughn says surgery saved her leg from being amputated. I read that, so it was a whole lot worse than she let on, and so I understand that too. Kind of downplaying things to the general public. I understand she's a private person. I get that. So, let's see. Yep, Duke deserves. It's not come out yet, but they're saying, and it should be. Duke should be number one in the country. They've earned it. So, the Blue Devils would be. Polls will be out later on. We'll know by the time we go in there at 7:15 for the Lady Cyclones and the Lady Trailblazers in the district tournament championship. Let's run down one more time before we get out of here what we've got going on for the basketball tonight. It's girls' night tonight. The boys will play tomorrow night. So in the single A, consolation tonight, Cloudland will take on the Hampton Lady Bulldogs in the Carter County matchup. The championship will be Unaka and North Green. That'll be a heck of a game tonight. Those are at Happy Valley. That's in single A. And 2A tonight being played at Westridge. Consolation game, Johnson County Chucky Doak. Championship game, Unicoi County's Lady Blue Devils and South Green. In 3A, consolation will be the Lady Pioneers of Crockett and Tennessee High. Championship will be our game, Elizabethton and Daniel Boone's. Airtime 7:15, audio only from East High School. In 4A tonight, consolation, Westridge and Dobbins Minute. Championship, Science-Hill, Morristown East. So that's your girls, all four classifications tonight. Down in District 2, which we're watching because we'll play one of these two teams, the championship tonight is Cherokee and Greenville. And Elizabeth will play either Granger or Volunteer on Friday night at John Treadway. So get another game at home. And so all these teams play one more time. Consolation or championship, all four of these teams in each one of these classes will play on Friday, either on the road or at home. If you're playing in the championship, you're the first or second place team in the tournament. Whether you win or lose the tournament championship tonight, you're still going to be at home on Friday for the regional. And the 3 and 4 team, all the consolation game teams will travel. Put it that way. 4A will be Westridge and Dobbins Minute. They will be on the road. Johnson County Chucky Doak in 2A will be on the road. Tennessee High and Crockett in 3A will be on the road. And Cloudland and Hampton in single A will travel on Friday in the opening round of the regional. The teams will be at home on Friday night. 4A, Science-Hill, Morristown East. 3A, Elizabethton and Daniel Boone. 2A, Unicoi County and South Green will be at home on Friday night. And single A, Unaka and North Green. So, and then at that point, if you lose Friday night, it's over. So it's single elimination. So you got to win that one to move on to the next one. But everybody plays tonight's guaranteed one more on Friday, either at home or on the road. And again, the Lady Cyclones, which we call, will be at home on Friday night right over my shoulder here at John Treadway Gymnasium. All right, that's going to wrap it up on an abbreviated show. It wasn't abbreviated, so I didn't realize we were off the air, which I apologize. And so it did one of those little herky-jerky things, and I thought I'd fixed it, and I didn't. I double-checked it later in the show. Anyway, Whitney Blevins did a great job on an interview from Northeast Community Credit Union. And so we were talking about her son, Bryson, who's on the mend. He was at the ball game Saturday night in a wheelchair with his leg propped up, he's on the team. He's in street clothes, and he was not near the bench. You don't want anybody running that leg, so he was off down in one corner watching the game with his mom, and I think that was exactly where he should be. You don't want him on the bench. Somebody come over there in a loose ball and hit. Gives me the willies to think he'd get hit again, sitting in a wheelchair with his leg propped up watching the game in street clothes and get hit. So they keep him away from the action, but he was there watching, and we appreciate him coming. That's great show support for a young man who got hurt playing basketball. He's your quarterback for the Cyclones, replacing the injured Rhett Slagle last year. So it was a cool year for that freshman walking in and being the quarterback. Did a great job. And so anyway, he was there watching as a member of the boys basketball team. Got hurt about a month or so ago, and so he's out for the year for basketball, obviously, but they hope to have him ready for football. Anyway, he was there. Mama came out. We talked about that today. And the car loan they've got going on right now, it's a great rate. 4.49%, 48 months. 4 cars, again, from Northeast Community Credit Union. Also, the 19E location, about the permanent, is about to be open with the ribbon cutting. It got washed away and destroyed by Helene. And so they've had a temporary facility there, and while they built the new one built one's ready to be opened up, ready to go. So she talked about that. She also talked about where they give teachers $300 a month every month to put back in their classroom for teachers in the 5 counties they serve: Johnson, Unicoi, Washington, Sullivan, and Carter. And so if you know of a teacher in those counties, send them to bemycu.org and let them get signed up. It's good every month now at the end of the calendar year. Somebody's going to win $300 for their classroom, from a preschool, kindergarten teacher all the way up to high school and even the technical schools. If you're teaching kids in those 5 counties, you're eligible. So why would you not take 2 minutes and put your name in the hat to win a $300 check from Northeast Community Credit Union to put back to make your students successful and help them be successful in the classroom? It's a no-brainer. So anyway, we got the tour of schools tomorrow. It was canceled today because Elizabethton City Schools on a 2-hour delay were to be at Eastside today. That will be rescheduled for next week. So tomorrow will be at Westside Elementary. Thursday will be at Harold McCormick Elementary. The next week will be at T.A. Duggar. Next week will be at T.A. Duggar. We'll be at Elizabethton High, and we'll be the makeup at Eastside. So that's going to do it. We'll rejoin you at 7:15 tonight for Cyclone basketball, again against Daniel Boone for the district tournament championship. Again for Lucas Andrews, his 6th championship in the 8 years he's coached at Elizabethton High, which is a pretty good track record. He's 4-1. Lucas Honeycutt tomorrow night playing the district tournament championship for the 5th or 6th time in his coaching career at Elizabethton, and he's qualified for the regional 13 out of the 14 times. So we salute him as well. So tonight, it's the girls' night. We'll be there 7:15 to bring it to you. Let's close out with the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. No question today. Psalms 33, 20, 21, and 22 are the verses. Wait and hope for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love rest upon us, O Lord, even as we put our hope in you. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for loving us like you do, unconditionally, no matter what we've done, how goofy and how stupid we do things, and we do, or I do, or I have. He still loves us. And he went up on the cross and said, I love him this much, and stretched out those arms and took it. And so he did it for me, did it for you, did it for all of us. So I thank him for that. Unconditionally, he loves me, and I don't deserve it. I'm done some really stupid stuff in my life, and you probably have too, truth be known. So, and he knows that. He says, I love you anyway. So there you go. Thank you for that, sir. That would be Abba Father, the Lord Jesus. Back 7:15, ready to go. Lady Cyclones and Lady Trailblazers, the District Tournament Championship. See you then. Thanks for watching. Show number 2452. Tomorrow will be at Pizza Inn. Wednesday, Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Thursday, Milligan and Lady Buff basketball. The quarterfinals from Meadowview at a 12 o'clock tip-off on Thursday. We're going to park the show and bring you audio-only Milligan Lady Buff basketball. Then Friday will be at Duck Crossing Antique Store. All that for this week's broadcasting schedule. See you back at 7:15 tonight for Lady Cyclone basketball against Daniel Boone at Sullivan East. Audio only for the District Tournament Championship. See you then. Thanks for watching the show. As always, we'll close it by telling you, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose,